Okay, let's dive in. So if you're anything like most dedicated hunters, it's getting towards late spring, maybe early summer. Turkey season's likely wrapping up.
And hopefully your freezer's looking pretty full of wild turkey.
Exactly. And, we all love the classics. Turkey chili is great, turkey salad, sure. But when you've got a really good harvest,
Yeah,
well, you need more ideas, right? Go beyond the usual rotation.
precisely.
Yeah.
And the goal here isn't just using up the meat. It's really about getting the most out of it.
Right.
So in this deep dive, we're looking at 6 specific recipes.
Mhm.
And what's really key about this list, its main mission isn't just being new or different.
Okay.
It's about conversion. Finding ways to cook wild turkey that actually appeal to, those skeptical friends or family members, the ones wary of that wild game flavor or maybe the texture.
The tough crowd. And these ideas, they come from a pretty solid source, right? Deep in the hunting world.
Yeah, exactly. It's a piece put together by Connor Hermesh. He's the marketing manager for the American Hunting Lease Association, the AHLA.
Okay, AHLA.
Yeah?
That adds some weight, definitely. It suggests these are practical tips for people who actually process a lot of game.
It really grounds the advice in practicality, I think. These ideas are basically built to solve real kitchen problems you run into with wild turkey.
So how should we approach these? Maybe group them by the problem they solve.
I like that. We can look at recipes tackling texture, maybe masking flavor for picky eaters, or just offering completely new ways to use it.
Great. Let's start with maybe the most basic problem, sheer volume. You got a full freezer. What's a simple, familiar way to start using it up? That brings us to number 1.
Right. The turkey and wild rice stew.
Stew. Okay, maybe not groundbreaking, but I see the angle. Familiarity.
Exactly. It solves that first hurdle, turning a good amount of wild game into something comforting, something approachable. Now, the recipe details it. It looks like a long list of ingredients, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But the key thing the source points out is that most of it, the veggies, herbs, broth, it's probably stuff you already have in your pantry or fridge.
So it's actually designed for efficiency, not really a big culinary adventure, more for like busy nights or making a huge batch on a Sunday.
That's the idea. Feed a crowd, have leftovers. It solves that, what am I going to do with all this turkey question with, well, simplicity.
Makes sense. But that probably uses the breast meat, right? The easier stuff.
Mostly, yeah. And that leads us to the real challenge for a lot of folks cooking wild turkey. It's not simplicity they struggle with.
It's the legs and thighs, that toughness.
Exactly. These birds are active. All that running around builds up dense connective tissue.
Okay, so the stew handles volume with familiarity. But yeah, those legs, that's the common complaint. How does the source tackle that texture problem head on?
By picking a cooking method specifically designed to break down that density. And that brings us to recipe number 2, wild turkey carnitas.
Carnitas. Okay,